Hey guys, welcome to Accounting 150, Accounting Software Applications. This is going to be a completely online class. So welcome to class. Thank you for taking the time to click on the link to watch this video. Go ahead and once you're through watching the video, take the time to go through here, read everything I've typed up. Make sure that you take the time to go in here to the syllabus as well. Let's take a look in here at a couple important things. So here's a little information about the class. Some information about me can be found here. Materials and fees. So this is the book you're going to need to get. This is available at the bookstore. And here's the ISBN. Make sure you get the correct ISBN. It should come with 2 CDs. One of the CDs is a trial version of QuickBooks. That's the software that we're going to be using for this course. And the other is a data CD with sample company files. So for most chapters, what we're going to do is first off, you're going to install QuickBooks, and then with each chapter, we're going to upload this fictitious company, and we're going to use that to complete some different tasks. And as you go along, you're going to print out some reports that you will turn in to me. Okay, if for some reason the computer that you have at your house doesn't work, let me know and we can get a trial version of the software installed onto one of the computers in the computer lab. So just let me know if you have an issue with that. Okay, there's some information here about the course attendance policy, late work, and missing exam policy. So just take time to read through that. Basically, turn your work in on time. Don't wait to the last minute. Who knows, you might have some tech issues. So like I said, don't wait to the last second. You shouldn't have any trouble with that. We can learn a little bit about the grading plan for the course here. It discusses the weighting. Basically, your grade is going to be comprised of the grades that you get on 4 tests and also on all the work that you're going to do for each chapter. Let's take a look at the schedule here. So all of your work is going to be due at 11:45 p.m. on the due date, and these are all supposed to be Sundays unless I made a mistake. It shouldn't have, so these are all Sundays. So you can see here we're going to cover 3 chapters, and with each of these chapters you're going to be turning in some work. And then we're going to have a test. Cover 3 more chapters, have a test, 3 more, have a test, 3 more, we'll have Thanksgiving break with nothing due, and then lastly we'll have this test force, which is also going to count as our final. Okay, so if we take a look here at the what you're going to be taking care of here for chapter 1, there's a lot going on here this week. I hate for it to be so many links down here for you to follow, but they're all important, right? So once again, this is the book you're going to be using. And here I have some instructions. If you click on this, this will give you instructions as to what I expect for you to do for chapter 1. With each chapter, I'm going to provide you PowerPoints in case that's a way that you like to learn. Also, if you click on this link, it's going to show you where to find videos to take you through the entire book. So for each chapter, we're going to learn about different things, and these videos will explain each of those issues to you. So make sure you click on that and take a second to watch some of those videos. We're going to be using an Excel template, or you're going to be using an Excel template to upload reports from QuickBooks, and you're going to take those reports and you're going to turn them in via Moodle. I'll go through that in just a second. Some other links that you might find helpful, and if you're having tech issues, click on this, and there's some help numbers and email addresses and things that might be of help to you there. Okay, so let's take a look here at, you can see here a couple other chapters. Basically, we have PowerPoints, Excel templates, all that stuff for each chapter. So let's take a look at the instructions as to how to get started. So I know it looks like a lot. Normally the instructions are not this lengthy. This just happened to be the very first week, so it's kind of a lot of ground that we needed to cover. And so it says, please begin by reading chapter 1. And as you read chapter 1, one of the main things that you're going to accomplish in the first chapter is getting the QuickBooks software loaded onto your computer and get it up and running and ready to go. Okay, so like I said before, they're going to give you a trial version of the software that will last you for 140 days. and there's a couple little passwords on in your book. I think it's in the front is the front cover of your book is the trial version of the software. There's a couple passwords that you'll need there, so make sure you plug that in and make sure you also register everything the way you're supposed to. And that'll be how you're going to get started. There, in Appendix A of towards the back of your book, there's a lot more instruction, a lot more detail with respect to how you're going to do this. And Chapter 1 also gives you a little more guidance on that as well. So make sure you go on and get all that stuff squared away. And like I mentioned before, we're going to be using these sample companies. And there in the back cover of your book, there's a list of all these different sample companies. There's not one for every single chapter of the book, but these are called our data files, and you're going to use those data files. There's instructions in your book as to how you load these into the software, and they have all sorts of numbers and transactions already built into them. And so make sure that you use those the way you're supposed to. With each chapter, make sure you upload a new data file. If you use the same one, for example, if you completed the work in Chapter 1, and then you went to Chapter 2, and then you went to Chapter 3, etc., sometimes if there's some bugs and mistakes that can carry forward. So each one is customized for you to use for the next chapter. So make sure you go along and pair up the proper data file with the proper chapter. Now, as you're working through QuickBooks, let's open a little screen up here for us. As we're working in QuickBooks, this is Chapter 2. This is just a random example, but there's going to be times where it's going to ask you to prepare financial statements. This is a profit and loss or an income statement, and it might ask you to export something like this to Excel. So when the book instructs you to do that, you're going to take this and you're going to import it into Excel. This is a Excel template I'm going to give to you for each chapter. I showed you that a little earlier. And so with this Excel template, you're going to, for example, take an income statement, pull it into here, and make sure you fill out, with each chapter I will tell you, hey, you need to do exercise 1, problem 1, yada, yada, yada. So follow the instructions, and for every exercise or problem or coursework just through the chapter that you're supposed to complete, make sure that you import into Excel all of your work. And once you're through with all of this, you will simply follow the link in Moodle and upload it. So it sounds kind of complicated, but basically you're going to do the work in QuickBooks. When you come up with a financial statement or whatever else that it asks for you to take and export into Excel, you're going to do that. And once you've exported everything into one file, you're going to upload that one file into Moodle and turn that in, and that's what I'll be grading. Now, if you look in the Excel here, in this file here, also there's some instructions here with respect to these reports. We call them the Go Paperless reports. It tells you how to get everything pulled in here and imported correctly. Right here's some instructions. So just take a second and follow through that. That should hopefully answer any questions that you have. I want to make a point here to discuss the fact that these are the reports we're talking about, these Go Paperless reports. There's also another template that we're not going to use, but if you see it mentioned, it says Go Paperless Docs or Documents. If you have any trouble importing your work from QuickBooks into Excel and then getting your Excel template loaded into Moodle, please let me know and I'll be glad to help you. At some point during the semester, do yourself a favor, take a second, come down here and check out these videos I've comprised here. Other things that might be of interest to you about careers in accounting, how to do great in an interview, how to dress for success. Maybe you're interested in or you've enjoyed the accounting courses that you've taken and perhaps you're considering pursuing becoming a certified public accountant. There's some information about that here as well. I want you guys to have a good time in this class. This will be a pretty fun class. You'll get to go through and tinker with QuickBooks, and you'll be feeling like a pro hopefully by the end of this course. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. You can call, swing by my office, shoot me an email, whatever works best for you. And like I said before, I want you to succeed, and I hope that you have a great time.